Setting the style for the design. Hey, we've arrived at the most satisfying point in this project. We'll choose our colour scheme, our overall style, and we'll create our design for the freebies. I like to start with the background colour. So far we've selected a random grey, but I want to be more precise. Light greys make for fantastic background colours because they make white stand out much more. I've used this a lot in the past and I still think it's a style where you can't go wrong. Let's make our text layers inside of our freebie black and change the base colour to pure white. Immediately you can see the contrast I was talking about. We need to lighten this grey. EEE is a great code, and that's light on the eye. In case you're having trouble seeing it, apply in Photoshop and place a white rectangle over it. If you're not happy, go with a darker grey, it's up to you. One thing you should know is that regular cheap monitors have poor colour rendition. Your best bet is to use a display that uses an IPS panel. Those are becoming increasingly popular and they're not that expensive. I'm a fan of Dell, even though they have issues of their own. If you look at your monitor's specifications, it should tell you if it has a TN or IPS panel. TN is the cheap one and they're not recommended for web design or design in general. Okay, let's continue with our colour scheme. Let's focus on the header. In my previous version, I went for a striking colour, a powerful orange. Here, I want to tone it down, so I'll use white as my background, and for the text layer, I'll use my trusty dark grey 333. Since we're here, let's tackle the down and hover states. We're on the home page, so this menu item should be greyed out to represent that. A2, A2, A2 is a good code. We'll use Photoshop Training to show what happens when you hover over it. I'll stick with that orange because I like it. E6 4A33. Okay, this is taking shape. Add another cursor above it, otherwise this looks like a mistake. Regarding the header, I know I want a saturated blue, but that's about it. I didn't pre-select a colour code because I want to test several options. Constantly adjust your position in the colour picker and see if you're heading in the right direction. Okay, overall, I'm happy with that. The logo, though, doesn't seem that special. I've been playing around with various icons, but for this project we'll keep it simple, so let's change the colour of the second line. The orange is unlikely to be the right fit. Our best contrasting colour will be yellow. FFDE00 is a great gold nuance I've used a lot in the past. This is looking nice. So far we've decided blue is the primary background colour and orange represents action. First, the button. This dramatically changes the search field. Now for our search in the main menu, we'll do the same thing. The circle will be orange, while the magnifying glass will be white. Great stuff. Let's see what else we need to address. The headline. This remained pure black with these other text layers. Let's take them one at a time. The headline, sort by, and date should be 333. Search for a freebie should be significantly lighter because that's a hint that goes away once the user clicks on that field. 666 should be fine. Notice I didn't use the same grey as the home menu item. That's so light because I want users to see it's already clicked. To address the elephant in the room, there isn't enough contrast between the background and the menu search and freebie. If we want the style to be as flat as a pancake, we'll use no drop shadows and make the background darker. I'm not a fan of that style, so I will go with a layer style. For the menu, I'll add a drop shadow with these settings. Opacity 30%, set on multiply. Pure black as the colour, with a distance of 1 pixel and the size set at 3. This is subtle, yet noticeable, and that's exactly what we want. I'll paste it to my freebie's background, but I'll drop the opacity to 20%. Reduce the size to 0 and set the distance at 2 to 3 pixels. For the main search box and sort by field, we'll add strokes. Here are the settings. 2 pixels in size, position, inside, opacity 100%, colour, D3, D3, D3. Copy it and paste it to the other one. In this period of my design career, I try to stay away from 1 pixel strokes for these types of elements. I'd much rather use 2 or even 3 pixels. You have the liberty of doing your own thing. For example, many designers prefer to add an inner shadow to their fields. Let me open this panel and show you what I mean. The look you'd go for is something that will show this has depth, like the field has been punched in. That's an older design style, and I'd rather keep it clean. Okay, we've made a lot of progress, but we haven't addressed our content area, which is the most important part. Let's do that in the next lecture.